1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mandolin land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you today with another bluegrass gospel song. This time we're going to work on In the Sweet By and By in the key of A. I did this lesson for banjo a few weeks ago and I thought I should do a mandolin version as well. And we're just going to keep it pretty simple on this one. This song has a great melody, a beautiful old melody. So we don't need to really, do a lot of licks and tricks on this one. We're just going to keep it simple. We're going to work on playing the melody in a bluegrass mandolin style, adding a couple little basic ornaments, some hammer-on, some slide, some drone strings, just kind of some simple things to spice up the melody. I'm going to break down the solo for the verse and the chorus, note for note, and then show you a bunch of backup I would do for this song. So how to do, again, 2-finger strumming chords, how to do bluegrass chop chords in a couple different spots. I'm going to break that all down as well. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeddingMusic.com, and grab the full lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. All right, here's In the Sweet By and By in the key of A. All right, let's start breaking down this beginner arrangement to In the Sweet By and By. Let me play the first 5 measures, and we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Do that a few times. 1. One more time, real slow. Okay, so we're going to start with measure 1 as a pickup. We're going to start with our first finger, our index finger, on the 2nd fret of the D string on beat 2. So beat 1 is a rest. And then we're going to play the 2nd fret on the D string with a downstroke. And then open A string. And then 2nd fret on the A string with our first finger. So you just move your first finger up from the D string to the A string. So not too hard there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to use 3 downstrokes with your right hand. So follow the pick direction below the tab. The staple looking symbols are downstrokes. The V looking symbols are upstrokes. That's really going to help you play the timing on this song and not rush through those parts. So we have 1. Not too hard there. That's basically just setting the tempo and getting us into the melody there. So 1. And then keep your first finger down. This is measure 2. We're going to do a 2-4 hammer-on the A string with a downstroke. And then a down up. And then back to the 2nd fret with a down. And then open A. So we have... And remember, the hammer-on takes the place of a picked note, so I'm not doing a down-up on that hammer-on. It's not... I'm going... So 1 and 2 and 3, 4 is how you count it. Make sure you get enough of the first note before you hammer on. That'll help you hear the hammer-on. And the melody there is just the 4th fret. So it's basically just walking down the scale, 3 to open. Those are the notes, or the degrees of the scale. 3rd note of the scale, 2nd note. Kind of like 3 blind mice. We're just walking down those notes there. And I'm just hammering on into it to give it a little bit more of a vocal quality. That'd be a good one to loop. Practice keeping your first finger down. Don't lift it up when you go to do that hammer on. So you have... So let's put the first 2 together. So we have 1. 1. A little faster. 1. You can also do that 2-4 hammer-on as like a slide. Or you could do a 3-4 slide. We just kind of want to slide up into that note. Again, that's our melody note. We're just hammering on or sliding into it. Slides and hammer-ons are more or less interchangeable. And then measure 3, put your first finger back down, 2nd fret of the A string, and do down, down, up. And then open A, 4th fret on the D string, and then down to the 2nd fret on the D. And we have 1, 2, and 3, 4. So down, down, up, down, down. Again, follow the pick direction. That'll really help you play the timing. And that's pretty much all melody there. So the melody is... And we just filled it up with more picking. And then measure 4, we're landing on that 2nd fret. And then we're just gonna, that's just a long note in the melody. So we're just gonna fill that up with picking. And then bounce off up to the 4th fret, so keep your first finger down. And then back to the 2nd fret. Very common, so I did. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Again, just rather than just staying on that long note, which you could do, I'm bouncing to one note higher in the scale. Very common kind of fiddle or mandolin technique. We're going to use that a bunch in this song. Again, with a mandolin, we don't have a ton of sustain like a violin where they could do like a long bow right there. So we're basically filling that up with picking. Okay, and then right there, this is measure 5, so land on that on beat 1, and then do 2, 4, 8th notes, and then open A, 2nd fret on the A, and that's just like our pickups. That's basically the same as measure 1. We just walked into it. Okay, so that's the first 5 measures, so not too hard. Let's do that. So we have 1. Couple more times. 1. Now measure 6 is kind of the response to that first phrase. Another 2, 4 hammer on. So this starts the same way as measure 2. And then right here, hit the 4th fret twice. So instead of walking down, we're just going to stay up. Same picking, same timing. So not too hard there. 7, open high E string. Down, up, open 2 on the high E. Open E again. 4th fret on the A. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 4. Again, that same bouncing idea. Instead of just going, you know, we're going to one note higher. Just a kind of a little interesting way to fill up the melody there. So we have that's 6 and 7. Now 8, put your first finger back down on the 2nd fret of the A string. We're going to do basically that same line we played in measure 4 on the D string, and we're just going to do it on the A string now over, it'd be an E chord, the 5 chord. So we have same idea, we're just doing that little bouncing move. That's good pick practice, pick direction practice. It's also good practice keeping your first finger down. It's also good practice on feeling how long one measure is. You have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So let's do 6 through the beginning of 9. Again. Okay, not too hard there. Now measure 9 is going to start the opening melody again. So land on the 2nd fret on beat 1. Play that note again. And then open A. And then 2nd fret. So we just, instead of going, which we could have done, which would be the exact notes of measure 1, we just played the 2nd fret on the A string twice. Now measure 10, we're going to do that same opening line as measure 2, except we're going to use an open high E drone string. So we're going to do that same 2-4 hammer on. This time do a down up with your pick though. And then 4th fret again with the drone. And then 2nd fret, open. So pretty similar, we just added that high E string drone. And you could drone on all of them too, so you could keep that. Or you could do it as written. So we just filled it up with, again, adding an open string drone, very common in fiddle or mandolin, just a way to fill up the melody. You could also slide, like I said. So important difference there is we did do the up down with our pick there. Okay, so not too hard there. You could also do measure 2 if you didn't like that for whatever reason. So again, we land in measure 9 and then do that drone string hammer on. Now measure 11, same melody, we just filled it up with picking down, up, down, up. And then 12 and 13 are the same as 4 and 5. Okay, so let's play 10 through 13. So we have... Just gonna loop that a few times.